Hi there. So today I'm going to be out in my garden fixing a little wood path and also some rocks that the raccoon got into. I have a rock path that kind of goes through one of my gardens, and I planted grass in there, and I started working on it about 5-6 years ago, and this year, for the first time, all of a sudden, we have a raccoon that showed up, and he loves to come in and move the rocks, and I'm pretty sure he's just looking for bugs to eat. So he'll like move all the rocks out of the way and then look for bugs. And to be honest, I think it's kind of funny. Like it's a little bit annoying, but this is the first year he's ever done it, so I just think it's kind of funny, actually. But there's another little section that he gets into too, and it's these like just wood slabs that my husband cut for me off of an old tree that fell down, and I just kind of made him into a path. So he also like moves those out of the way and looks for bugs as well. He did it a couple times, and he hasn't done it for like a month, and I thought it was because my neighbor caught one in her trap and rehomed him somewhere else. And so I was like, okay, sweet, you know, we're done with that. He's done moving my path and my rocks because he's gone. But I just noticed we got back from Mackinac Island. We spent a couple days up north, and it happened again. So I don't know if there's another raccoon or what's going on. But anyway, this weekend I got to hang out with a couple of my brothers at a farmer's market where my brother was selling these really cool tables that he made. And my other brother came with a present for me because one day I was walking down in my garden, and I was like a little annoyed that the raccoon was moving all my things, and so I just said Raccoon Alley. And so that area has kind of been deemed Raccoon Alley since I was just joking around calling it that. And my brother Kenny gave me this present, and I wanted to show you guys. It's so funny. And I am going to work on hanging this up today after I fix all the destruction. But isn't this cute? Raccoon Alley. So we are going to find a cool tree to hang this up on in Raccoon Alley, and yeah, should be pretty fun. So let's go. So I gotta figure out how to hang this, and there is like this crack right here. It's kind of like in the middle. It's not in the middle, but it's in the heavier part. So I don't want to drill a hole right there because I don't want to make it like crack even more, if that would even happen. So I think what I'm gonna do is just I'm just working with what I have here. So this isn't like go to the store and buy anything. This is just work with what you have. But anyway, I think I'm going to drill like 2 screws into here and then put this rope like that so that I can hang it and like level it easier. So let's do that. So let's see here. Okay. Then I think I'll just screw in like a couple of these. now we'll grab one of these screws and I'll screw this into the tree or wherever we put it, and they'll just hang, hopefully, hang from there. Oh shoot, that's not gonna work, is it? Well, once it's tight, it shouldn't come off. All right, let's go. So this right here is Raccoon Alley. And he just loves moving these wood pieces. And like I said, it's kind of funny. I find it endearing. I mean, he has to eat too. It's just like a little bit annoying, and it's not that hard to move all this stuff. And also, like I said, this is the first year he's ever done this. So maybe eventually I will figure out a more permanent path right here, or heavy path that he can't move.
If the wife and I are fussing, brother, that's alright. 'Cause me and that sweet woman's got a license to fight. Why don't you mind your own business? Mind your own business. 'Cause if you mind your business, then you won't be minding mine. Oh, the woman on the party line's the nosiest thing. She picks up her receiver when she knows it's all rang. Why don't you mind your own business? Mind your own business. Well, if you mind your business, then you won't be minding mine. Got a little girl that wears her hair up high. The boys all whistle when she walks by. Why don't you mind your own business? Mind your own business. Well, if you mind your business.
I think it looks really cool right there. And I was thinking about trimming those branches off, but I think it's kind of cool. Like, it just looks like it fits right in there. So I'm gonna leave the branches. But yeah, I think that turned out pretty neat. Thank you, Kenny, my sweet brother. All right, so next I think I am going to clean up this area right here. So you can't hardly tell because it's super dirty and needs cleaned up. But I just kind of have almost like a peanut shaped bed right here of pea stone around my bench and my boxwood and bird bath, and it just needs some good cleaning up. There's a lot of canopy trees above. When branches die off or whatever, when the chipmunks and squirrels drop walnuts, because we have lots of walnut trees around here, it all just kind of lands in this area and looks dirty. So I have to come in here and clean it every once in a while. And then I also have all these rocks that line it that need kind of just straightening up. So I'm gonna work on that. All right, let's get this area cleaned up.
If I want a honky-tonk till 2 or 3, now brother, that's my headache, don't you worry about me. Just mind your own business. Mind your own business. 'Cause if you mind your business, then you won't be minding mine. Minding other people's business seems to be high tone. Got all that I can do just to mind my own. Why don't you mind your own business? Mind your own business. 'Cause if you mind your business, you'll stay busy all the time.
We're moving right along, and just FYI, it's super windy out here, so I hope you can hear me. And we've been having like storms and rain, which I'm very grateful for, but it's like super humid too. So with the wind and the humidity, like my hair situation is a little nuts, so just disregard. But anyway, I got the sign up. I think it looks really cool. I got this area cleaned up and I fixed the rocks, which I've been meaning to do for a couple years now. I just, those weren't moved by the raccoon. Those were just moved by, like, they're little rocks, so anytime we get lots of rain that comes through here or whatever, it just washes them right out. So I have to fix them every once in a while. Then I was looking at this area and I had some astilbe that needed cut back. I also have one right there as well. This area I kind of had just plopped plants in. I threw in just some astilbe with some first frost and June hosta, and I never put really any thought into it. I just kind of plopped them and left them. So these astilbe, they just have never really done very well here. They don't bloom as much as the astilbe that I have planted in other areas of my garden, and then right after they are done blooming, they just turn brown. So I don't think they like it right here at all. So I'm thinking about moving them, and I have some other things on the other side of my house that I need to plant. Obsidian, I think that's how you say it, obsidian heuchera, and I was thinking that might look really good in there. We kind of need some like deep, dark, purpley black color in there. So I think I'm gonna go grab those, plop them in there and see what they look like. All right, this area is a complete mess, and to be honest, I am going to eventually thin all this out. I am not a huge fan of all of my plants touching each other. I like to see some mulch in between, and I love to give them a little bit of space, but these have been in here for about 6 years, and I am afraid that there's snakes in here, and so I just never come over here. So this fall I'll be working on cleaning and thinning all these hosta and astilbe out for sure. Yeah, it's beautiful, but it's scary. All right, so I have all these plants right here. Those are planted in the ground from here over. Well, I've got these obsidian heuchera here, and I think I have 5 of them, and I think I'm gonna take those over there and see if those will look good in that spot. I think that looks really good. And so I've got some black pearl heuchera back there, and it kind of like carries your eye around here, which is pretty cool. I originally had them in there around my 2 impatiens that were there and there, but these impatiens are going to die out at the end of the summer, and the heuchera are going to be permanent. So I went ahead and just moved the impatiens, and I put the heuchera where I permanently-ish want them. You never know, I might change my mind. And like I said, I haven't really dug in this area very much. I kind of just plopped all these plants in a long time ago and left them because I haven't really known what I'm going to do with it yet. So I dug up all these rocks, and that's what happens. I just pretty much every time I stick my shovel in the ground, I get a rock, and then I'll use those rocks somewhere. Then I have to find a spot for these 3 astilbe. I'm not sure where I'm gonna put them yet, and I'm kind of thinking I might take that astilbe out too. The better looking one of the 4, but I don't know. I really like that foliage in there, but it's not very strong. So maybe we'll take a look around and see if we can maybe find a cool looking hosta or something we can split and put in there. I'm looking for something I can replace it with that's just a straight color leaf, so no variegation, and maybe something like of a different texture. I think I found something to put in that spot. This fern is really cool, but I like it right here. I already split it last year and it struggled, so I'm just gonna let it do its thing for this year, otherwise I'd split it again. But I see some a hosta right here that kind of reseeded itself and I let it grow up. There's also a Rebecca right there, black-eyed Susan that reseeded itself and let it grow up. And then there's another Rebecca right there that reseeded and I let it grow up. So I think I'm for sure going to take that hosta because I like that darker deep green. Even though it is a hosta leaf, it's similar texture to the other leaves. I think it'll look really good in there. And then I might even dig up these Rebecca and find another one. Actually, I see another one as I'm standing here right there that kind of reseeded itself. So I might grab those 3 and put all 4 of those plants in there. Let's try it. Out here, there's one more astilbe I want to move. I did not plant that astilbe there. I'm not sure how it got there actually, so yeah, I want to move that just because it's kind of right on this little keystone cut out here, and this needs to be cleaned up. So I think what I'm gonna do is this seems crazy, like a lot of moving stuff around, but this is just what I do, and this is how I get my garden to look the way that I want it. If things don't look good, I move them. But there's a Legularia right there that needs moved. It does not like it there at all. It has never liked it there. So I'm going to move that, and then I think I'm going to put all my astilbe in that little area right there. So let's work on that.
Will your pet name for me is Squall? When you come home with drinking and can barely crawl, and all that loving on me won't make things right. Will you leave me home to keep the teepee clean? 6 pale pooses to break and wean. Will your Squall is on the warpath tonight? I found out, big brave chief, the game you're hunting for ain't beef. Get off of my hunting grounds and get out of my sight. Well, this award is I'm doing means of fighting back. Don't need more of what you already have.
Alright, so I don't really have a place for the rest of these astilbes, so I'm just going to throw them in this dumping ground bed for now until I find a good spot for them.
Will that fire water that you've been drinking makes you feel big, but cheap you're shrinking since you've been on that love-making diet? Well, don't give me that old peace pipe. There ain't no pipe that can settle this fight. Your Squall is on the warpath tonight.
Yeah, this is just where I keep plants that I either save or move or get on clearance that I don't necessarily have a spot for yet. And then save them. It's almost like a little store. Like my own little clearance section in my own little store. And I can go shopping for free anytime I want.
I found out, big brave sheep, the game you're hunting for ain't beef. Get off of my hunting grounds and get out of my sight. Well, this awarding some doing means I'm fighting mad. You don't need no more, but you already had. Your squaw is on the warpath tonight. Yeah, your squaw is on the warpath tonight.
It's a nice rock. Okay, now let's go see where we can put that Legularia, and I think we'll be done. So since I did move those plants, I am gonna give them some plant to home fertilizer just to give them a good start. And that's probably all the fertilizer I'll give them. I don't really fertilize my plants too much because I have really good soil. They seem to do just fine without fertilizer. But when I plant something for the first time it needs my soil, or if I move it to a different home in my soil, in my garden, then I will usually throw some fertilizer on it if I have it. So I'm gonna do that real quick, and then we'll give everything a little bit of water. I'm not gonna water it too much. We've had tons of rain lately, and it's like been raining off and on even today yet. So I'm not gonna drench it too much because this area stays pretty wet for most of the day. So yeah, let's fertilize, water it in, and we'll be all good to go in Raccoon Alley. Looking pretty good. I think we're all done in Raccoon Alley for the day. We got our sign up there. Looks really cool. Cleaned up that little peanut bed area with the pea stones, and then kind of transformed this area a little bit. We added some obsidian heuchera in there, 5 of them. Let's see, what else did we do? We filled up the bird bath. Cleaned up the rock edge. Looks a lot more tidy and neat. And then we cleaned out this area quite a bit. I had a bunch of stuff that reseeded itself around this fern. 1 hosta and a couple of Rebecchias, and then we grabbed a Rebecchia from back there. We caught them in this spot right here to add just some solid greenish bluish color. Now I do just want to say there is one thing that happens when you replant something that reseeded, especially a hosta. I'm not exactly sure what kind of hosta that is, so I don't know how big it's gonna get. And if it ends up getting, you know, obviously too big for this area, then I'll probably end up moving it again. So we'll just try it out and see how it does here. I don't even know. It could be a blue angel. It could be an elegans hosta. In that case, it's going to be way too big for this spot. So we'll have to keep an eye on it and move it if we don't like it here, and put something else that stays a little bit smaller. But all right, let's keep going. And then I ended up moving my Legularia that hated it right here, and I put it way back there in the shade, and I'm hoping that it likes that spot a lot better. And then I ended up putting a bunch of the astilbe here, and also down in my kind of dumping ground holding bed. And then I also cleaned this area up right here. It had an astilbe that grew in there by itself, and then the rocks just needed kind of cleaned up. You can see just for me stepping in here, they move. That's just what happens, but it's okay. I don't mind. I think it's fun and relaxing to come out here and just clean things up. Well, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed this cute little gift that my little brother Kenny gave me, and I love it so much. I think it looks perfect in this spot. I love the little branches that are kind of surrounding it, and it just fits in this little area so nice. And it looks kind of like it's been here since the beginning of time. So I really love this. Thank you so much, Kenny, if you're watching this. I am obsessed with this cute little sign, and it kind of makes me like not be so annoyed with the raccoon situation because it's just kind of cute and helping me stay positive. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you love my sign, and I hope that you kind of enjoyed me cutting back and moving some plants that weren't doing so well and putting in some new ones, and then also just doing some little cleanup. So thanks for watching. Bye.